And welcome to another little broadcast session of 6.5. Today we are going to be looking at... Oh good! You're back! I think Ibuki is growing restless, so let's surround her with darling monstrosities before she launches a second assault upon Hodge. So, we have mesmerized miniature, carefully handcrafted replication of a monstrous creature. The longer you stare at it, the longer it stares at you. Let's put the key, collecting log, custom deliveries, here we go. And we have Niagara and mesmerizing, we've got a bag of limbs, eyes, torsos, heads, tails, horns and claws, mercifully bloodless and in the miniature. Let's synthesize these. I'm just doing this to keep it building. It's a big time, little bit. Here we go, da 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 dum 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 dum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Here we go again. Crafty, 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 good, crafty, good, crafty, good. Come on, craft. Elita, craft it faster. And we craft all day. Crafty badgers. I'm just being silly, don't mind me. Oh good, you're back. I think Ibuki's grown restless, so let's surround her with darling monstrosities before she launches a second assault upon Hodge. Let's put this handies in, shall we? These are the darling monstrosities. It sounds like you're free to procure anything from grotesque realistic clay sculptures to adorable plush creatures. Let it be known that I humbly request permission to squeeze, should your donation be of the latter persuasion. Do you normally fling items of extraordinary quality to whomsoever's in need? Because such behaviour may condition people to trail behind you like awestruck ducklings, myself included. The other ones are mesmerizing miniature materials, everything a monster lover requires to replicate the horrors of her dreams, or nightmares as it were. And the Imperial Spiral. Though equally beautifully intact, this conch shell becomes an in-demand pigment when ground to pieces. So pulverized it shall be. Let's hand these in 2 more times. Yep. Here we go. Well, if Ibuki and her team aren't anything less than delighted, I think we may have to consider them monsters. I'll be just a moment. Look, I've procured something of my own. A researcher brimming with gratitude. None of us were expecting anything remotely close to the quality of what you delivered. The whole team couldn't be happier. Finally, we'll have furnishings more inspiring and peeling wallpaper and criminally slow timepieces. I can feel my investment in the drudgery improving already. So, what do you suppose Ibuki and her colleagues spend their time studying whilst their monstrous miniatures keep vigil? Life sciences? I'd stake my life on it. Oh, don't do that. While biologists were called in for the Ragnarok development, they didn't belong to Ibuki's cohort, although I can see why you might assume so. Ibuki's team specialised in materials engineering, so they were tasked with deciding what the Ragnarok should be made of. None of those options were the right option. As the mission was of the greatest import, candidate materials were subjugated to rigorous testing to ensure safe and reliable operation. For instance, every component within the engines had to withstand both the heat and stress of the engine themselves generated, as well as whatsoever bumps and scrapes it might suffer during the course of the ship's journey. However, if the durable heat-resistant materials they had chose had been too heavy or difficult to work with, our starship would have been effectively the world's largest doorstop. So, to ensure that Ragnarok could actually fly and not be reduced to fondue in the process, Ibuki and her colleagues searched high and low for materials that suited each and every part, and on the occasion they failed to find what they needed, they rolled up their sleeves and created it themselves. People tend to be more interested in the bigger picture, and what is being made rather than what it's made of, but I've made my peace with it. It's a fairly mundane job, truth be told. Not from where I'm standing. You and your lab are the heroes who help us realize our wildest dreams. We are forever in your debt. Well, if you'd really like to repay the favour, you might try making a good faith effort to actually meet your deadline next time. These days we mostly deal in arms and armour production with external collaborators. No matter how much you improve upon the previous model, adventurers always demand harder, better, faster and stronger. Which necessitates a more in-depth understanding of the circumstances which demand such performance, so we conduct simulations based on the actual and theoretical experiences of veteran adventurers, which in turn means extensive research into the myriad monstrosities of the world, perhaps too extensive given how it has influenced our team. Influenced, being instilled an obsession in. Now, whenever we see any reproduction of a monster, the potential battle begins. Sharp claws, a lumbering blow, no wait, toxic, molten breath, all powerless to penetrate our perfectly sealed selected materials. Then comes the counter, pikes piercing hardened scale, blades carving through jets of vicious bile, driving unimpeded towards their fleshy prize. Ah, I get shivers just thinking about it. Considering your long and storied tenure, you may have worn or wielded something developed by Ibuki's team and not even known it. Are guildship missions so perilous these days? Elita Draconia? What? How? Where? Signature on the thing you just brought me. Did you say? Just your initials on the underside. No, please. Your full name next time. Across the front. Ah! And you, Margaret! How dare you conceal such crucial information? Just wait till the rest of the team hears about this. You are having a good laugh with finding out who I am, aren't you? Margaret is overjoyed with your effort. She now considers you a gracious gleaner. And yet there is still much work to be done if the researchers of Charlene Hamlet are to have their myriad needs met. To that end, Margaret has a new favour to ask of you. A bookie just ran by, shrieking like a jilted chocobo. Is something amiss? I suppose there's no telling with her. Never mind. Hodge, I'm here to collect my supplies. Your request was denied. You were encouraged to recuperate at home. Ha, that's rich. Rich or not, that is the official answer. But those two have a special offer for rejected petitioners. Why, Hodge, the very nerve of you. Well met, Margaret. I'm glad to find you in high spirits and not your usual state of inconsolable weeping. I believe we haven't yet to be acquainted. Grundivet, Systems Aetherologist. No, Grundivet. Your good breeding ruined the fun little game I've been challenging her to guess who did what on the Ragnarok. Our Systems Aetherologist basically ensured that, on an arcane level, the Ragnarok was easy to operate. Each component was imbued with supplementary magic, and without having to employ overworked mages scurrying about and activating geometries. This was possible because many systems were designed to function automatically in the presence of sufficient ether, but how do you ensure that requisite qualities of ether are supplied throughout the ship? Colony Systems Aetherologist, Grundivelt's team was tasked with the development of the regulators to reallocate ether as the systems dictate. So when our furry pilots engaged the throttle, the Ragnarok sped up instead of spluttering to a halt, or exploding. Needless to say, it's an intricate work that requires deep understanding of how a host of complex mechanisms interact, far beyond the scope of a harried gaggle of mages. Goodness! Your effulgent praise has my bosom all a-tingle. But returning to what Hodge mentioned, you are fulfilling requests which the thesaurus denies? Why, we are indeed. My exclusive gleaner here is second to none when satisfying the needs of the needy. Take advantage of our free trial today. Though I'm curious as to what prompted said trial, it would be foolish to reject your offer. Very well. Might I commission some remedies for weary eyes? Eye drops would suffice, as would items that improve circulation. Foodstuffs purported to improve visual acuity would be welcome too. If it may aid in the preservation or enhancement of eyesight, my team and I would welcome whatever you can provide. Ah, I see. Been burning the midnight oil, have we? A man after my own heart. Well then, my gleaning genius, let's find this hard work a respite for tired eyes, shall we? see. Crafting list, crafting log. That's a gathering log. Energizing eye elixir. Apply directly to the eyeball for optimal exhaustion relief. If you experience side effects such as loss of vision, dizziness, nausea, death, stop use immediately and seek the counsel of your nearest chirurgeon. Substances that should create eye drops with a high rate of alleviating ocular stress and a low rate of mortality upon contact. What am I using to create these eye drops? I mean, why am I sewing them? Here's me drinking away, letting Elita do all the hard work. Last one. Pleasure as always, my lady of peerless procurement. Have you anything to soothe Grundevolt's tired eyes? Right. Powder that promises to relieve eye strain once properly prepared. Applying directly to the eyeball is likely to exacerbate ocular discomfort and is highly discouraged. This species of yellowtail is particularly valued for its rich vitamin content. Eye drops may seem like the obvious solution. Ha! Get it? But if you ask me, Grondevolt might benefit as much, if not more, than a fluffy bed or an eye mask. A quarter-bell nap can do wonders for one's health. Do you normally fling items of extraordinary value to whomsoever is in need? Because such behaviour may condition people to trail behind you like awestruck ducklings, myself included. Why have I not returned to my lab and my other neglected responsibilities? Never you fear. I'll tend to the perpetual bin fires just as soon as you leave. You're in no hurry to go, right? A pleasure as always, my lady of peerless procurement. Have Have you anything to soothe Gruntyfold's tired eyes? Oh, no, because I've handed it all to you. Right. And that's that for today. Let us... Mwah! Take care, my lovelies. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye-bye.